Want to do multicolour 3D prints, but you're put off by the amount of waste filament that's produced? Then here are 3 tips to reduce filament waste in your multicolour prints. So in your slicer of choice, when you prepare for printing, you might see an obscene amount of flushed waste. So in this case, 60 grams is flushed, and less than 20 grams is actually going to the model. So the first thing you do is print more copies of your multicolour print, as the same amount of purged material will be produced no matter how many copies are on the plate. So as you can see, the same 60 grams is flushed, but over 150 grams is now going towards model, so it's a better ratio for you. The next thing you can do is use a flush object. This can be anything useful to you that you don't mind what colour it comes out as. In my case, I like to flush into fidget toys, such as this infinity cube here. Once you've added your object, if you go to the Objects tab here in your slicer, and head to the Others tab, make sure you click Flush into Objects Infill and Flush into Object. So now after slicing, you can see we've cut the flushed filament almost in half to 25 grams. Something to bear in mind is that you want your flush object to be approximately the same height as the final colour change of your main print. The final tip I have for you today is to adjust your flushing volumes. So the default is set to a 1x multiplier, but I found you can decrease this to around 0.6 without many issues. However, I would bear in mind the black flushing volumes, as you don't want black bleeding, as this is the most common type of bleeding. So I would typically set this volume to around 500 for white and maybe about 400 for other colours. And then click OK and then slice again. And as you can see, we've reduced the flushed filament down to 12 grams, so from the original 60 grams, this is a huge improvement. So those are my 3 main tips for reducing filament waste in multicolour prints. I really hope you enjoyed this and found it useful. Make sure you like and follow for more 3D printing tips.